Minnesota in 6 over the Denver Nuggets. The importance of tonight is crystal clear.
Foul trouble because Minnesota needs him on the floor.
The Timberwolves are back. Who are you going to be watching early on for the Spurs?
Well, I'm going to be watching the guard.
In the first 2 games, first start tonight. We'll see. First game, he led.
First season, Minnesota beat San Antonio 2 games, and they controlled the turnover story. They get in the paint right here, Vassell, and then
First 4 points in game 2. That nice little behind the back. Like, we cannot take that for granted what this guy's doing.
Not at all, man. San Antonio, I just want to see if they can stay disciplined inside of their aggression, right? Can they continue to play downhill? Can they continue to push or make some misses before Minnesota defense gets
to the Western Conference Finals, 2 consecutive seasons, a turnover. Fox on the lead over McDaniels, who rejects it.
Minnesota relying heavily on Jaden McDaniels, known for his defense and making plays like that, but Jaden McDaniels got in foul trouble in both games, getting back by himself.
It's Castle and Wembanyama. He's had outstanding position.
Well, Coach Mitch Johnson talked about one thing that's a little underrated from Wemby is his screening angle. I think a lot of people look at a big come to set a screen, but it's the angle that set screens at, which allows for them to be able to roll and get to the basket. It's Wemby at the top of the ring.
Wembanyama had 12 blocks in game 1, a couple in game 2, led the league in that category. Here he goes, and his fellow Frenchman Gobert up and off. Daniel.
And Wemby has had, can we call it issues? As Ant Edwards.
38 blocks in a little over 4 games. He's on a record pace. He just picked up his
player. He has to be able to make the adjustments on the fly with what the defense is. Just even talking about him coming across half court, knowing they're going to trap him. Now moving to the middle of the floor and not allowing himself to be on the sideline.
Castle up top, left free to fire. The 3 no good for the first time. And the experience difference between these 2 teams has been one of the storylines so far. Wembanyama up top. He'll set up and over Gobert, who has done it. The outside shooting of Wembanyama for Minnesota. Here comes McDaniels. The cutting Randall, and into Gobert, and back to Randall, and tap.
To Wemby on that play, deterring shots, making shots difficult, and then on the other end.
His teammates to be able to get opportunities. That's something that's so small but so important.
McDaniels just picked up his first problems. Has been a real problem for Minnesota.
Yeah, Candace, you talked about it. You know, obviously he played 19 minutes last game, and as Coach Finch said, it's one of the best 19 minutes that was played of anybody. They need him on the floor. They need him to be a little smarter on the defensive end of the floor.
Here comes Fox behind the back in a congested lane. It's picked up and put in, and it's 2 tonight.
And right here, the questions are, can Minnesota match the physicality of the Spurs? Thus far, the Spurs have imposed their will early in this game.
Another miss. And here comes Champagne looking for Castle. The athletic catch. Gobert swats it away. Wembanyama got a hand on it. It's out of.
See Gobert getting up and getting that.
Do you speak French?
A little bit.
So
Wish I could flex, but I can't.
It's Conley in the corner, and a 3 on the way. Pulled in by Wembanyama. The fleet-footed Fox. And
Minnesota came out with so much energy, so much intensity that you can tell that Denver was going to have to go and worry about the next game. They haven't come out with that same intensity and energy in this one.
Wembanyama working on Gobert.
Because you do not know fear. Coming out here in game 3, they just hooping. They don't know fear, and that's the good part about inexperience sometimes.
Naz Reid is coming off the bench as well as the 4. Wembanyama already with 5. Colliding into Randall. Gobert is off the floor. Minnesota has gone small, and it's Vassell for 3. With the reach, McDaniels attacking and over Wembanyama. Tough shot. And then Castle losing it, retrieves it, and Fox, where they're trying to get in that paint every chance they get.
Understand what works for them, and that's what you want to see. You want to see a team that knows what success looks like and to get something going right now. But they understand what works for them, Kevin. Get it to the basket. It works for all those guys. You got Castle. You have Fox. You also make the game easier for everyone else outside of Wemby.
Minnesota has started 0 of 9. Reed Fox.
Block, but deters more shots than anybody I've ever seen in this league.
Champagny, the #1 three-point shooter in the playoffs, and a turnover by Minnesota. And Wembanyama is picked up by Jaden McDaniels and doubled by Dosunmu and Vassell for three.
And what you do a little bit too when Wemby's down there, Ken, is you try to force it a little bit when you see opportunities, and Minnesota turning the ball over on that last drive, trying to get.
Here's Stephon Castle coming off a 21-point game 2, chiseling his way in the paint with a fake. And outside, it'll be a three. Down the hole it goes in the NBA.
Well, once again, 2 feet in the paint, and it allows for everyone else to get going.
Another miss.
And the crowd is sitting on their hands just waiting for a play to explode. If you're the home team, you've got to get this team in this crowd.
Cornette waits, 3 around him defensively. Just see them swarm. There was no place to go.
And as a result of Wemby's impact early, the ball stopped.
He had started 3 games in a row with all the injuries. DiVincenzo out for the season, torn Achilles. Vassell inside, in close, and over.
Wemby out of the game. Their package is a lot of away screens. They're going to utilize their guards, the talent. You see Dylan Harper in there with those away screens that Vassell scored on.
It's a steal. It's picked up by Johnson. Trying to get through the trailing Castle up, hit hard.
His hand because he did not allow to be a magnet to a screen.
Castle in game 2 is 9 of 9. ABC Pistons Cavs. That'll be game 3. And tomorrow on ABC, it'll be Oklahoma against the Lakers. For more on these games, go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Shannon drives, corner, Dosunmu no with the 3. And now Dylan Harper driving into Shannon, up high for Cornette.
That's like I'm not Wemby.
Right?
Just a little bit lower. Just a little bit lower.
Dosunmu playing with a bad calf and a bad heel, and Reed a 3. 18-6 San Antonio has led from the get-go. They were up early. And they've held on, going in. Johnson out to Vassell. Hit by Shannon. Shot clock at 3. On top is Harper, the rookie. Shannon there on the switch. Heaves it away.
They have an advantage, Candace, and it's called this crowd. They have to make sure that they're doing things like that to get this crowd involved in the game. We couldn't hear ourselves last game. It was so last time we were here.
Right in that position, Johnson, Cornette, and back to Keldon, and they'll set with the Aaron Fox. Reed is there. Edwards has come in for McDaniels. 5 to fire. In goes Now is in another gear. It's Gobert from Shannon.
Minnesota is getting downhill and doing what they want, playing through the French center.
Well, stars on defensive end, Candace. That's who offensively, obviously, they're having success, but they're on the defensive end of the floor, and they're playing off of that energy right now.
Johnson miss. They'll take it in to await. After trailing by 15 moments ago. It's Cornette, and Gobert is there. Devin Vassell, weaving, driving, faking, spinning, lunging, firing it up.
Shut up.
Anthony Edwards into a nest of defense.
Anybody know of anything about Tony Brothers? He's gonna give you some stares.
There's a turnover. Much more intensity, far more tenacious. Edwards, the trailing Shannon. They knew they had to go downhill every time they got it, like right here by Edwards. And
learn a couple finger rolls from Wemby on those finishes. So now these games being every other day, we're going to see the impact of the series on Anthony Edwards.
1. And Castle is at the free throw line for a second time. And now 3 of 3. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And support. National champion at UConn. Grew up in the Atlanta area. He had gone 12 of 12 going back to game 2. It's Dosunmu, the hesitation and the drive. And Champagne and Wembanyama in the contest. Castle in the corner. And Wemby's got it. And Gobert comes out on him. Final 40 seconds of the first quarter. Fox, a fake, a feed. Johnson cutting.
Just the last-minute cut by Johnson. I mean, he's 6th man of the year for a reason, and he comes in and he does all those little things for this team to make up the win.
Gobert and Wembanyama. Fox and Dosunmu. The screen, Fox, Wembanyama. It's a three, and he has struggled with that shot in this series. They'll bury the lead. Here's Edwards. Can he get it before the horn? Yes! Spurs on top. Edwards here. Castle will defend. It's a two.
And Edwards, coach said he was probably 60%. Well, give me 60% because he looks like he has a pep in his step, especially to end that first quarter and to start the second.
He's 60. Sorry, Kevin. He's 60% when the ball's not going to the basket. On in, you feel nothing.
Here comes Anthony Edwards, and Fox is there with the fadeaway. McDaniels tips it. Minnesota controls. Naz Reid. 18-point turnaround in this game in 13 minutes time.
Well, Kevin, Minnesota started 1 of 15 from the field.
Whoa.
But when you're Minnesota and you have a guy similar to the Spurs, they have Wemby, a guy that they know what he's going to bring every game, and so it brings confidence. When you have a guy that Jaden McDaniels gets explode like that, the confidence that it gives you and your team is the confidence that you're going to need to win this game tonight.
Castle drives on Reid with 5. Edwards, Reid, and it's Shannon for 3. In the game, Harrison Barnes, the veteran, in his 14th NBA season. Fox, Wembanyama. Over Shannon the pass.
That's something that they struggled with, especially in game 2, is being able to stop the Spurs from playing so fast.
Jaden McDaniels, and he felt Wembanyama. Here's the driving Randall. The kick, Reid, 3. Wembanyama with Fox, the stutter step, and the drive into Shannon. Champagny 3, the #1 3 playoffs, had that ball tipped on the shot. And Edwards with Castle there. The ball rotation. Reid hard to the hole.
Before finding the corner shooter, this time turning down bad shots to take great ones. Naz Reid taking on the giant Fox, fouling. But I love playing with here early in this second quarter.
Antonio, the play is being reviewed to see if its potential is
no review.
NBA
Fox got the foul. The Fox got him right there.
I played with Shaq, and then Alonzo Mourning. Go get it, big fellas. I'm a swipe. But you go get it.
I don't think there's much on that play.
Doesn't appear to be. Tonight's live update presented by FanDuel. That rattles in the Wolves by 3. 207.5. With Reid there.
Kevin, they say experience, it steadies you. And so this team right here, they go down early, but we have experience, and experience kept them steady.
4-point lead is the biggest for the Timberwolves, who trailed early on by 15 in the first. Fox to the rim.
It didn't do it as much in game 1. Granted, a lot more in game 2, which kind of set the tone on the offensive end for the Spurs.
Carter Bryant is checked in for San Antonio. The ball rotation, Reid in the corner. The fake and a floater on the fly. And a rebound by and Castle. In the corner, Harrison Barnes. Great feed. The collision.
Right here, you tell your big to run rim to rim. Right there, Wemby looked like he got him with the follow through after the foul.
That looked like your daughter plays volleyball, Candace. That looked like a volley set by the...
Goodness.
Wembanyama, 89% in the playoffs so far this year for this over 50%. 89 from the line. Those averages are the highest for a player's first 6 career playoff games in NBA playoff history. Reid. Bryant on him. Driving into the rookie. Dosunmu across the lane. Wembanyama alters.
Every shot around the rim with Wemby's there, their shot has been released quicker than they have wanted it to. And it had led to a lot of misses because they're finishing what they practice every day.
Castle had to work hard into the defense of Dosunmu. And here go the Wolves. 15 points for Edwards. Defended by the veteran Barnes. A long 2. Rebound. He's got 9 of them. And Castle and Fox. They'll set up. It's a 3 and a rebound by Edwards. And taken by Castle. Bryant, he'll launch a three. Got it.
Which has kind of been the theme of this game. The corners have been the outlet for both teams.
There's the blitz at Edwards. In the corner, Randall with a three. And a flying McDaniels has the ball. McDaniels made that play. Castle, Wembanyama, too easy. Timeout.
But Kevin, I got to go back to this play right here. You can't lay it up with 7'4". Wemby's going to go for the block. Randall takes on the challenge right there, putting it through. And then Wemby, just easy.
Candace, Wemby does an incredible
MVP award this season after getting the unanimous Defensive Player of the Year award a bit earlier.
And it's interesting, Coach Fenn. Wemby is the only 7-footer out there and might have his way in the paint.
Dylan Harper's checked in for the Spurs. Here's McDaniels. Shannon with a three. McDaniel control. It's Randall driving hard. The collision in the feed. Dosumu. 1 of 9. Randall forcing the issue off balance. Contorts, crashes, fouled as he fired. But tonight they have gone 5 of 6.
Yes, and they've really made a concerted effort.
You're right about the way it began, where it is now, and the game we're coming from a game 2.
Playing faster if you're the Timberwolves. Obviously, Wemby has had his way. 15 points in the paint thus far, early, because the other French center is on the bench, but you're countering that by being able to play faster.
Harper on top. Shot clock at 2. Bryant for 3.
he just did last play. Put your head down, put that shoulder into somebody's chest, and go up and obviously try to get to the foul line, but make that basket, man. They need him to be able to be the player that Julius Randle has been and definitely was in game 1.
Reed picked up by Bryant for 3.
He's to kind of steady the Spurs offense.
Cornette is in for Wembanyama. The drive. And he gets it to go. The NBA family proudly shaped our nation for 2.5 centuries. Please join us as we honor America. Randall at the line. Minnesota 9. They shot 52% in game 2 in Texas. Fox will drive on Dosumu, put on the brakes. 14-footer leaves. Spurs keep it alive. Vassell in the corner. Harper, 3, no. Gobert there to McDaniels. And again, the defense right back there for the Spurs, the #1 defense in the playoffs. In the corner, McDaniels with a 3. He has been struggling with this 3-point.
Did not get consistent minutes all year. DiVincenzo goes out. He comes in, makes an impact in the Denver series as well as in game 1, getting down.
First defensive stop, he got into the ball, got the first defensive stop, and started the run. So the young man from Chicago, give him some credit for coming in and at least changing the outcome so far for Minnesota.